What I'll be talking about today is conic sections, vertex. Also, we'll be talking about the focus and directrix. So I'll be giving some of these vocabulary words. It says graphs of quadratic functions are, go ahead and fill it in, parabolas, that open up or down, parabolas may also open left or right, although they are not functions because they do not pass the vertical line test. Parabolas that open right or left are useful for modeling geometric relationships and have varied applications in physics and engineering. So here you have a parabola. We've already talked about parabola. The new words that I'm going to be talking about are the focus and the directrix. A parabola is a set of points in which every point is an equidistance from a fixed point. The focus and a fixed line, the directrix. So here is the focus, and this line is the directrix. The focus lies inside the parabola on the axis of symmetry. The directrix lies outside the parabola and is a horizontal line for parabolas opening up or down, and it's a vertical line for parabolas opening right or left. The focus and the directrix are equidistant from any point on the parabola. So in other words, equidistant means they're the same distance as from this point to the directrix and from this point to the directrix. So they're equidistant. So next I have the different forms of the equation. You notice we've already talked about opens up or down is the standard form. And you notice we have y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Now if x starts, x equals, then it's going to be opening left and right. Vertex form, we've talked about vertex form, and then there is the x equals a, y minus k raised to the second power plus h. You notice that h and k are in different positions here, so that's opening left to right. And then the last form, we call it conic form. That's what we're going to be talking about in this lesson. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare the vertex form, y equals a, open parentheses, x minus hk plus k. So we're going to compare the vertex form to conic form. So we start with the vertex form, y equals a parentheses, x minus hk, h squared plus k. We're going to isolate the x minus h term. What is the resulting equation? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share with you the equation. We have 1 over a, and we have y minus k equals k minus h squared. And you noticed we went ahead and moved k to the left side, so we have y minus k. And then we move the a to the left side, we have 1 over a. We're going to go ahead now and answer question B. What similarities and differences do you notice between the two forms? They are the same, except the 1 over a is multiplied by y minus k in the transform vertex form equation, and 4p is multiplied by y minus k in the conic equation. So let me write that down. They are the same, except we have 1 over a is multiplied by, and we're going to say by y minus k y minus k in the vertex form equation, we also have 4p is multiplied by y minus k in the conic form. The last question, C, what is the relationship between A in vertex form and 4p in the conics form? Well, we can say that 4p is equal to 1 over A, or we can say A is equal to 1 over 4p. This may be a little bit hard to understand, and I just want you to review it. We're going to be going to the second page in our notes, and I'm going to be giving you some examples. So remember that we have standard form, vertex form, and conic form. So we're going to be working with conic form. We're going to be working with this. And I just want you to understand that the parabola is going to either open up or down, or it's going to open left or right. And we have a directrix, and we also have a focus that we have to take into account of. So here is a key concept that you need to understand. P is the distance from the vertex to the focus. So you see P, it's the y value, and it's from the focus to the directrix. In this case, the directrix is down here. That's the distance, okay? That's what P is. So P is positive if the parabola opens up or the parabola opens right. It is negative, P is negative, if the parabola opens down or to the left. So I'm going to share with you some formulas here that you're gonna have to get used to. This is if the equation opens up or down, you have x squared equals 4py, and we have the vertex is 0, 0. The focus will be 0p, the directrix will be y equals negative p, and that's if it opens up or down, okay? And then if the parabola opens left or right, we can write the equation as y squared equals 4px, and that's if we have the vertex at 0, 0, and of course the focus will be at p0, and the directrix is x equals negative p. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share with you some examples. Here we have the directrix. So we have x equals 1, 2, 3. It's negative 3. I'm sorry. X equals 3. That's where the directrix is. The directrix at x equals 3. So remember that P in this case is going to be negative 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So here is our focus, negative 3, comma 0, since it opens up to the left. So P will equal 3. So the directrix is x equal 3. So we notice that it opens left. So we are going to use the equation that's over here that opens left. We have y squared equals 4px. So we're going to say y squared equals 4 times negative 3 times x. So it says here, write the equation of a parabola in conic form. The characters are provided on the graph. So you have y squared equals negative 12x. And this is it written in conic form. This is written in conic form. And I'll stop so you can understand what we just finished doing. The instructions were to write an equation. We did write an equation. We know that the directrix is x equals 3. So therefore, P will always be opposite of the directrix. So P equals negative 3. You're going to use the formula that opens up left, and this is the one that I used right here. So we have y squared equals negative 12x. How did I get negative 12? It's 4 times negative 3, and there's our equation. Okay, we're going to be talking about the focus, and you notice that the 1 is right here. So it's broken up into 4 parts. So the focus is actually 0, comma 1 over 4. That's going to be the focus, which caught me off guard. Therefore, the directrix is going to be a y equals negative 1/4. That's p. P is equal to negative 1 over 4. So now if I have to find the formula for this, it's opening up, so it's going to be x squared equals 4 times p times y. So I have x squared equals 4 times 1 over 4 times y. So y equals x squared. So what we're doing here is we're doing a sketch, and we know that the vertex is 0, 0. And we know that the focus is 1/2, so it's right here, 1/2, 0. And we know that the directrix will always be, in this case, it's x equals negative p. So we're going to have x equals negative 1/2. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and sketch. Yes, here I'm giving you permission to sketch the parabola. So x equals negative p. So we have x equals negative 1/2. So we're going to go ahead and use the equation. Since it opens right, we're going to use this equation. Y squared equals 4px. So we're going to have y squared equals 4p. In this case, this is actually p comma 0. That's our focus, p comma 0. So it's y squared equals 4 times 1/2 times x. So we have y squared equals 2x. And that's our conic equation. Y squared equals 2x. So we have b. We're going to go ahead and sketch. We know that x equals 4. X equals 4 is the directrix. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have x equals 4. So remember, x equals negative p, so x equals 4. So p is actually negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the vertex. I apologize. That is the focus. Negative 4 is 0. And we do have the vertex at 0, 0. So here I'm sketching the parabola. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to write the equation. So the equation is y squared equals 4p times x. And remember, this is in conic form, so you have y squared equals 4. P in this case is negative 4x. So we have y squared equals negative 16x. And so we're actually sketching the graph, okay? So x equal 4 is the directrix. The focus, since we have p equals negative 4, it's going to be negative 4, 0. This is the focus. And our equation is going to be y squared equals 4px. Replace the p with the negative 4, so you have y squared equals negative 16. So here our vertex is 0, 0. Our directrix is y equals negative 1, so it is a horizontal line. Remember that we have y equals negative 1, so y equals negative p. So p, or the focus, is right here. That is our focus, 0, 1, and it does open up. It opens up upwards. Our parabola opens upward. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and write the equation. We know that the equation, when it's going to be open upwards, the equation is in this form: x squared equals 4p times y. So you have x squared equals 4 times 1 times y, so x squared equals 4y. So that's going to be our equation, okay? So for D, we have y equals 5, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is our directrix. We have y equals 5, which is going to be the same thing as saying y equals negative p. So our focus is going to be on the axis of symmetry. The focus is going to be, let me write it down, focus is going to be 0, p. In this case, it's going to be opposite, so it's going to be negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that this is at the origin, so it's going to open up. And now we need to come up with the equation. So the equation is x squared equals 4p times y. So we have x squared equals 4 times p is negative 5y. So we have x squared equals negative 20y.